We are loaded up in the truck like per usual. Like, how many videos have we had where we just have our entire life in the back of the truck? Always. We're always on the road. But this is really exciting. We are towing our trailer. Well, Nick is towing. Nick's doing a wonderful job towing our trailer. We just bought our home for the next, I think, 5 months or so. We are going to be on a huge public land road trip, and I'll talk more about it in a future video because there's still a lot of things that we have to figure out, but it's so exciting. And we're driving to camp right now because that's where the trailer is going to stay, and it's a beautiful day. That turkey was the first turkey that we've ever seen in this area. We were scouting a week ago maybe, and that felt really dramatic how I just did that, but we were scouting about a week ago and we came across turkey tracks in the turkey tracks. We came across turkey tracks in the snow because of course there was an inch of snow here practically at the end of April, early May. Anyways, that was super cool. That was just a hen. Can't shoot hens with our turkey tags, but a very good sign nonetheless, because we are going to turkey hunt tomorrow morning. I'm blabbing a little bit too much, but we're off to camp with the new trailer. We'll show you all that good stuff. Look at that. 2 gobblers, and we are hunting in the morning. Of course they're on private land, but holy crap, it's the first time. Oh my god.
They love truck horns.
They do.
Every time I see a gobbler, they gobble at the truck.
Da da da! So Nick and I will be living out of this trailer for the summer and the fall this year. We are going to be digital nomads, traveling around, creating content, and experiencing a lot of cool stuff. So she's here, she's safe and sound. So exciting. Anyways, we're gonna unpack the truck, settle in. More on this in a little bit. Was the first turkey we've ever seen while hunting up here, and she was, you know, not more than 100 feet from where we walked in the woods, which is wild. But it was just a lone hen. There were no other birds with her, so we're going to stay quiet.
I spooked her.
Yeah, we're gonna start walking. I have my fishing pole. You can kind of see it there. So I'll be doing the fishing today. Nick will be doing the hunting today. Nick's got his shotgun and is all set up, so off we go. Are you kidding me? Nick.
Oh, I hate them.
I know. Like a chalkboard. Yeah. I feel like my striker always needs. So we made it to the creek. We didn't hear any other turkey calls. I was gonna say turkey sign, but that didn't make any sense. We didn't hear any other turkeys, and really we were kind of walking the opposite direction coming down to the creek, but we want to fish for the native brook trout here. So I'm gonna set up my fishing rod. Nick's drinking coffee. And we're gonna fish for a little bit. You think they would hit a dry fly right now?
I don't know.
I don't think they would.
Actually, these are supposed to be hatching. I forget what they're called.
Ooh, cool.
Or maybe it was this one, sorry. It was this one. Yeah, it was this one.
I didn't do a good job packing today. I forgot my pants and my boots, so I'm currently wearing like workout leggings underneath of a pair of jeans, and then I have my red rain boots. I think my mind was just elsewhere and I did a very poor job packing, but I've got to say these boots have been so comfortable. We've been hiking around in them. They're like rain boots, and I don't feel the slightest bit uncomfortable. So far they've been awesome. I know, like when we were in Florida, a lot of the folks hunt in waterproof boots like this, and I've always thought like, oh, it's gotta be so uncomfortable. Walking around here today, it's been lovely.
So he's like underneath that little ledge right there. Watch him just come up.
Okay, I'm in a good spot. Oh yeah.
Oh, it came off. That was a different fish.
I could see that color though, it was beautiful.
That was a different fish. The first one was bigger.
So we had some brook trout hit the fly on the first hole, and we haven't had anything since then. It's pretty difficult to maneuver the rod in this area. We need like a 3-weight or less. The 4-weight's a little bit big, but it's so cool. I really hope we catch one. Nick has been wanting to do this for so long. He's just been dreaming about catching the native brook trout here, which I think is really cool. We just caught our first native brook trout in Pennsylvania, ever, on a fly rod. Nick had tied that setup. What was the name of the little pink? He doesn't know.
Pink sucker or something.
Oh yeah. Well, first, there was a trout that hit the dry fly. This is like a Sally stimulator, I believe it's called. And then that little brook. This guy. Can you see him?
He came up and missed it. That was a big one.
There he is. Go, babe, go. Oh. Oh.
Unbelievable.
Wrong Okay. We ran around a little bit already, checking a couple spots, calling, nothing's responded, there's a squirrel. And we haven't heard anything yet. So we're cruising along, and I figured since there's nothing here right now, I might as well say hello. We're gonna keep hunting through here and hopefully find some birds. We just heard a gobble. First one. Whoa, that's a dead deer. I was gonna say we found a turkey. We just heard a gobble. So we're gonna head that way right now. We were sitting for a minute and he gobbled. Kind of in response, but not really. It was like 30 seconds after we stopped calling. But let's check this out real quick in the net. Head's gone. Don't know if it was a buck and someone took it or if it just happened to wash away and the rest of it's still here.
I think we spooked them.
I think we did too. That was so amazing, and I'm shaking, and apparently we didn't get audio, but it's okay. Why am I even talking about audio? Who cares? Do you see what just happened? That was the most intense moments leading up. I felt like a little sniper. But I came up through here, and so I was right in here, and these bushes right here, I could not see him, but I could hear him, and he was right there. And then he gobbled once very close, and I could start to see him through these little bushes, and he was at full strut. He was right behind the bushes, and he just took the perfect little step. I had the very first window that opened, I put it right on his head, and I shot him. And now we have more turkey meat on public land too.
Broken spur.
So here, aw, look. There, oh, it smells. Of course it smells, duh. But check that out. So we found the shell, that's cool. I'm gonna keep that. This is what it was. I'm still shaking, do you see my hand So wait, that's a trash bag that we were filling up with trash earlier. This morning was so sucky. Nick was having just not a rough morning, but just was tired because he's been hunting a lot here while I was in Scottsdale at a bachelorette party for my sister. And then I got back and I was so excited to hunt here today, and he was just tired. And then that made me, you know, not as excited. So we really didn't film like anything today because we were just having kind of a rough morning. We had a gobbler over there, which was so exciting, and that like really brought the mood up. But we ended up spooking him as we were setting up. So we just were on our way back to the truck, and that just happened. But anyways, I was right here, and then Nick was further. So you can get a little better view of how this is a hill. He was behind me that way, and the gobbler was coming from in front, and he started kind of running away, and Nick called him back. And then let me show you from my view. So these were the bushes that I knew he was like right over there, but I couldn't see him obviously. And then right about in here, I could start to see him fan up, and then I shot him right there. It was probably like a, I don't know, 8-yard shot, 5-yard shot, like that was really close. And I think that my spread went above him a little bit. I'll have to go take a closer look, but it looked like there were only a couple beads that went into him. So I think because I was so close, the choke was tight, and I ended up shooting a little bit over. And my ears are surprisingly not ringing so bad. This one time, whenever we were in Idaho, I shot a mule deer, and I was like between these rocks, and it just rung my ears so bad. I couldn't hear for like 5 minutes, but anyways, let's go take a look at him and tag him. There he is. Oh man, he's big.
How much do you think he weighs?
He's heavy. Oh, we have the digital scale at home.
It's at camp.
Oh. That's okay. I think he's probably 24 pounds. No, he's probably like 22, realistically. Although I'd love if he was 24 or 25. My friend Jessie, shout out Jessie Johnson, hey girl, she makes jewelry out of the feathers. She makes beautiful earrings. So I will send her some. She's one of my gal pals. I'll grab that pen and fill it up. That was way more difficult than I anticipated, but we do have a plucked bird. So Miley's checking it out, but let you guys check it out. Now we do obviously have, you know, some little feathers on there still. Give Miley. There's still some little feathers on there, but we will do a thorough cleaning this evening, tonight. It's just on some ice and some water and some salt to let it soak a little bit, and then we'll process it further tonight. Pluck all those little hairs off for the most part, but we're gonna deep fry it. That is that. I've got the SOG and the Work Sharp, which this came in handy for sure. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so tired and hungry. Like, I'm almost embarrassed to say what time it is because that took us so long. And we've been up since 5 a.m. and I'm hungry, so I'm gonna end it here, and then I'll share with you guys when we're cooking. So stay tuned for all of that. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.